This is the BBC.
This podcast is supported by advertising outside the UK.
They say opposites attract. That's why the Sleep Number Smart Bed is the best bed for couples. You want a bed that feels firm, but they want soft? Sleep Number does that. You want to sleep cooler while they like to feel warm? Sleep Number does that too. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number number one in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now, Sleep Number Smart Beds start at $999. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
This podcast is brought to you by eHarmony, the dating app to find someone you can be yourself with. Why doesn't eHarmony allow copy and paste in first messages? Because you are unique, and your conversations should reflect that. eHarmony wants you to find someone who will get you. How are you going to know who gets you? If people send you the same generic conversation starters they message everyone else. Conversations that actually help you get to know each other. Imagine that. Get who gets you on eHarmony. Sign up today.
This is a download from BBC Learning English. To find out more, visit our website.
6 minutes vocabulary
from bbclearningenglish.com.
Hi.
Hello.
And welcome to 6 Minute Vocabulary. My name is Neil and I'm one of the presenters today.
And I'm Sophie, and I'm the other presenter. Welcome to the show.
Did you hear that word? Presenter. Today we're going to be talking about jobs and the different kinds of English words for different jobs, like presenter, for example.
We'll look at some of the different ways that words for jobs can end, like the at the end of presenter. These are called suffixes.
As usual, we'll be giving you a quiz to see how much you can remember.
And we'll also bring you a top tip to help you learn vocabulary.
But first, let's listen to Anna. She's going to tell us about the different jobs she's had in her life so far.
While you listen, think about this question. What is Anna's job now?
When I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a teacher. So I spent years training as a teacher, and then I got a job in a school, and I hated it. After a few months, I quit. I worked for a while as a librarian, but I didn't really like that either. Finally, I started writing for a small website. Now I work as a journalist, writing for newspapers and magazines.
So, that was Anna talking about all the jobs she's done. And we asked, what's Anna's job now?
Anna is a journalist now. She writes for newspapers and magazines.
Well done if you got that right. And another question. Did you catch what Anna's first job was?
She was a teacher. Let's listen again.
When I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a teacher. So I spent years training as a teacher.
Now, a lot of English words for jobs end with the sound like presenter or teacher.
Yes, and there are two ways to spell the suffix in job names. Sometimes this is spelt ER in words like presenter or teacher. Or sometimes it's spelled OR. For example, actor or translator.
So, a teacher teaches students, an actor acts in a film. A translator translates from one language to another. A train driver drives a train. Now, you're an actor, aren't you, Sophie?
Yes, I am, Neil. But because I'm female, you can also say I'm an actress. So, there are lots of jobs that end with the ER suffix, but now let's look at a different suffix. Can you remember what Anna's next job was after she quit teaching? Let's listen and check.
I worked for a while as a librarian, but I didn't really like that either.
Next, Anna worked as a librarian. That's someone who works in a library.
Another suffix, which we often find at the end of a word of a job, is ian, spelt I-A-N. Sometimes it's pronounced shun. For example, if you've got a problem with your eyes, you might need to go and see an optician.
And someone who works in politics is a politician. Have you ever thought about being a politician, Sophie?
I can't say I have, Neil. OK, now let's talk about one more suffix. Do you remember what Anna does now? She's a journalist.
There are also quite a lot of words for jobs in English which end in ist, spelt I-S-T.
The person who greets you in an office or a hotel is a receptionist.
And a person who looks after your teeth is a dentist.
You're listening
to BBC Learning English.
And we're talking about job suffixes.
OK, now it's quiz time. We've got 2 questions for you. First, if someone translates from one language to another, are they A, a translatist, B, a translator, or C, a translatician?
And the answer is B, a translator. Well done if you got that right. Second question. Which job ends with the letters O-R? Is it A, actor, B, teacher, or C, presenter?
And the answer is actor. Teacher and presenter end with ER. Well done if you got both of those questions right. It's almost time for the end of the show, but before we go, there's just time for a top tip for learning vocabulary.
When you record a new word, don't just write the word and the translation. Try drawing a picture in your notebook too.
Yes, drawing a picture can help you to remember the word better.
There's more about this at bbclearningenglish.com. Join us again soon for more 6-minute vocabulary. Bye-bye.
Bye.
When you use SAP Concur Solutions to automate your business finances, you'll be ready for anything. Except when your train to work is also headed to the comic convention with the mighty Zorg on board, who happened to bump into his arch nemesis. With SAP Concur, you can be ready for almost anything. Take control of your business finances today at Concur.com.
This is the story of how a group of people brought music back to Afghanistan by creating their own version of American Idol. The joy they brought to the nation.
You're free completely. No one is there to destroy you.
The danger they endured.
They said my head should be cut off.
I'm John Legend. Listen to Afghan Star on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.